Shiny, colorful, and distinctive. There are so many words to describe the beauty of crystals, but have you ever wondered why crystals have such qualities? Hi, my name is Anna and I'm an explainer at the New York College of Science, and if you want to make some of your own crystals, stay tuned. Lately, I've been quite interested in space and I want to create my own model that captures the essence of the universe. Well, maybe not the entire universe since that would just take up too much space, pun intended. So I thought nothing screams planets and stars more than glimmering crystals. Now to complete this project, I've been working with my friend Anne since she is also a crystal enthusiast.
Hi everyone, I'm Anne. I'm an explainer here at the New York College of Science, and I love playing around creating different crystals at home. There are so many different types of crystals. Can you think of any that you've seen in real life? There are crystals all around us, like sugar and salt used to add taste to foods, diamonds and quartz in our jewelries, and snowflakes during the cold winter months. I do wonder how these crystals are formed naturally. Hey, Anna, can you share your knowledge of natural crystal formation with us?
Definitely, Anne. I do know a bit about naturally forming crystals and I'd love to share what I've learned. First, let's start off by talking about something called atoms. Think of atoms as one single Lego. Like this one right here. Now, if you've seen the periodic table before, you may know that there are different elements, and each element is made of one atom. Or one Lego in this case. Here, the different colors of the Legos are like elements. I've got calcium, oxygen, and carbon.
When we combine Legos or atoms, we call this a molecule. Molecules are made when one or more atoms from different elements are chemically bonded. If we combine several Lego molecules and or atoms and form them in a pattern, we'll get a Lego crystal. This crystal is called calcite. By changing the elements, atoms, or molecules used, as well as the pattern they make, crystals of different sizes, shapes, and colors can be created.
Now that you know the science behind crystals, it's time we transform these Legos into actual crystals.
Thanks, Hannah. The materials needed to grow our crystals are borax, mason jars, spoons, hot water, pom-poms, pipe cleaners, and craft sticks. If you don't have any borax available, you can always substitute it with other minerals. Here's a handy table to show you how. You can also use this chart to help you determine how much water and minerals to use. After you have all your materials ready, grab an adult to help you with these next few steps. Fill your pot with water and place it over medium heat. In the meantime, let's make our designs. Take your pipe cleaners and form whatever shapes you'd like. Tie one end of a pipe cleaner to your design and the other end to your craft stick. Do the same with the pom-poms. Place 1 to 2 designs in the jar. Make sure that they're not touching each other, the side, or the bottom of the jar. Alright, now we're gonna continue working on our solution. Once it comes to a boil, turn off the stove, then measure and add in your minerals and stir until it dissolves. When the temperature of the water increases, the molecules move further away from each other, making it easier to dissolve our minerals. As the solution cools down, the water molecules start to move closer and closer, forming the crystals that start to stick onto our pipe cleaners and pom-poms. In order for the crystals to appear, they need something to attach to. In scientific terms, a nucleation site. Here, the pom-poms and the pipe cleaners act as nucleation sites. Pour the solution into the jar 3/4 of the way, or enough to cover your design. You can add some food coloring to give your crystals some color. Place the jars in the fridge and your crystals will take about 6 to 24 hours to grow. You can check on them from time to time to observe the growth. Now, take out the formed crystals and cut the strings off if you want. Look at our beautiful crystals. As you can see, no two crystals are the same. There are lots of different shapes and colors that crystals can make. Let's see Anna's unique creations.
Wow, Anne, your results are out of this world. I tried it out myself and I even drew a little background to showcase my results from this DIY activity. Are there any other shapes you would like to make crystals from? Maybe you can make more science-themed ones like animal shapes or geometric shapes. Thanks for watching!
Thank you for watching. Hope you try this at home. Bye!